Bata-bata, paano ka ginawa? Ako si Angel Rivero at kasama ko ngayon si Miss Lani and si Dr. Eileen Cossy. Ayan, si Lani ay isa sa ating mga may success stories and we are very excited to hear about your journey. Paano ba to nagsimula? I mean, at what point did you decide na, nako, I think I need to go seek medical help?
That was, it was 2014 when I decided to go to Dr. Cossy and go through an IVF.
Wow!
Yeah.
Pero, sige.
Because, kasi I'm already 37 years old at that time.
Okay.
And me and my partner are living together na wala pa kaming baby. And then parang mayroon ng mga may peer pressure and me myself parang at that time I was working.
Okay.
Parang work lang ng work, parang nag-iipon pero parang walang pinaglalaanan, 'di ba?
Naks.
Yeah.
Oo.
Parang we've decided sana magkaroon na tayo ng someone na parang to complete our family ng baby. But for so many attempts, naturally,
yes,
yung ginagawa ng mag-asawa, parang hindi namin ma-fulfill yun. So, we decided to seek an advice from a medical expert.
I see. Pero teka muna, si Doc Eileen ay taga Pampanga. Pero kayo ay taga Manila.
Yeah.
So, as in, dinadayo nyo pa si Doc?
Obviously, yes. Yeah. I am from Manila. Dinadayo ko pa si Dr. Eileen Cossy sa Pampanga. And because, kasi during that time, meron din akong, yung best friend ko, at that time, siya din, parang referral din ng best friend ko.
Okay.
Kasi she was a patient of Doctora. By the way, pregnant that siya at that time.
Okay.
So, si Doctora din yung doctor niya. So, sabi niya, sabay kami dun sa journey na parang gusto na naman magka-baby. So, siya nagbuntis siya. So, sabi ko, dun na rin ako sa doctor mo.
Oo.
But, kahit malayo, pinupuntahan ko si Doktora.
That's
diba?
so sweet.
Yeah.
Kaya nga, actually, ako yung tumatanggi sa kanya.
Yeah, sabi niya sa akin at the time, are you sure you want to,
To big biyahe.
Yeah. Sabi ko, yes, I'm sure. Ayaw mo, Doktora. Sabi niya, okay. Tinanggap naman ako ni Doktora. Kahit madaling araw ka kailanganin because you would want to have di ba? Meron kang gustong ma-achieve. So talagang yung struggle hindi mo na iisipin. So kahit bumabiyahe kami 5 a.m. because may mga blood test na kailangan, di ba? So I had to do that. But it's so light, hindi naman it's just part of the journey.
Asig. So parang dito pa lang nakikita na natin na very important yung patient-doctor relationship, no? Na parang there's trust involved, there's sincerity.
Yeah, trust.
And then Doctora was referred to you by your friend.
Yeah.
By your best friend.
By my best friend.
Who had her own success story.
Yes.
And then parang, if I understand it right, parang nag-overlap yung pregnancies ninyo.
Yeah, 6 months. To be exact, 6 months.
Wow, okay. So, when Miss Lani came to see you, ano po, Doc, yung parang naging unang assessment ninyo?
So, in Lani's case, very obvious kasi yung problem nila. There's a female factor. She had multiple tumors in her uterus, what we call myomas or fibroids. In fact, every time I do an ultrasound on her, sinasabi niya, bakit daw nakakunot ang kilay ko?
Nahalata niya.
Kasi puro myoma nakikita ko. Halos hindi ko makita yung ovaries niya.
Exactly.
When it comes to IVF, or in vitro fertilization, you have to make sure you're able to visualize very clearly the ovaries or else the harvesting of her eggs will be very risky.
Yeah.
So aside from the myoma, si husband naman is low sperm count.
Yeah.
In fact, aside from the low sperm count, yung motility din ng sperm niya, halos 0%.
Oh, I see.
And we attributed it to, pwede ko masabihin?
Sige, doktora.
Lifestyle ba to?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So, the smoking. Ganyan.
Okay.
Kaya I advised him to stop smoking,
Sumunod
start taking
naman.
supplements.
Yes.
Okay.
Oo. And there was a big improvement in the quality and the quantity of the sperm.
Lahat yung in-advise ni doktora, sinunod
Lahat
namin.
sinunod.
So, all the medications. Kung nandito lang si husband, sasabihin niya yon na
Aminado siya.
Aminado siya na Pero, the good thing about it, sabi mo nga, yung relationship, we entrusted all to doktora. So, whatever doktora says, we follow.
Galing. Good doctor, good patient.
Follow the leader kami.
Follow the
Oo,
leader.
follow the leader.
So what really helped is yung attitude nilang dalawang mag-asawa. That's why every time may check-up, very light lang.
Yeah.
Tawanan lang ng tawanan.
Imagine mo yung pagkunot ng noo ni doktora. Ano yan, doktora? There was a time during, pregnant na ako at that time. So, may baby na sa loob. Kumukunot pa rin yung noo niya. pero ang maganda doon, minsan, yung umingiti, marami nang ngiti. Kasi, nakikita niya si baby. Sabi niya, di ba, may myoma ako. Sabi niya, fighter tong anak mo kasi she's kicking the myomas out.
Oh, wow.
So in her case, we didn't opt to take out her myomas actually.
Yeah.
In fact,
It's
hanggang
there.
ngayon, nandyan pa sila.
Hanggang ngayon namumblema
Walang
pa ako sa
surgery.
myoma ko. Nandyan pa sila.
Several yon.
Yeah.
Ilan sila?
May malaki. Tapos, more than 3.
Pero di ba nandiyan lang naman sila eh?
Yeah.
I mean,
So, nasa labas naman yung mga myomas
Oo.
niya, kahit na marami at saka malaki, we didn't have to take them out. Kasi usually, kung nasa within the cavity, it would cause a miscarriage. But in her case, yun nga, we knew we didn't have to touch those myomas.
Ang
to
galing.
get
And the
her
words of
pregnant.
encouragement helps also. Because, syempre, nakikita niya yung pregnancy ko because of the, Because, ultrasound, di ba?
Oh, yes.
Because of the ultrasound. And, yun, ini-encourage na ako, the baby is there, yan, yung heartbeat.
Oh.
Naririnig na natin yung heartbeat.
Oh,
We were able to record also the heartbeat nga eh.
Wow.
Habang min-ultrasound ako ni doktora kasi may sounds, siya eh. Di ba may sounds yung doktora?
Ang galing.
Just at that time. Nire-record, tug-tug, gumaganon. Oh, the baby is healthy.
oh, parang super encouraging yon, di ba?
Yeah.
But since Lani is from Manila, after the first trimester,
Yeah.
I had to refer her to
Yeah, a
her other
perinatologist.
OB because she gave birth in Manila.
Yeah.
So, I make sure na,
She made sure.
first na hindi muna siya makunan before I transfer her to
Yun,
another
worse.
doctor.
Because critical yung imagine ikwento ko lang,
Oo,
Angel.
please.
So, during the first trimester, I had to go to doktora every now and then for the ultrasound just to make sure the baby's not, hindi ako magkaroon ng miscarriage,
Okay.
diba? So, that's very critical.
Mhm.
So, habang bumabiyahe ako, hawak ko, feeling, alam mo yung hawak mo yung, there was a time, before that, actually, if I may just share, before that, yung journey na yun, yung struggle, minsan may, di ba, may mga treatments ako before the IVF procedure. There was a time, bumabagyo sa Manila.
Okay.
Actually, in the Central Luzon. Okay lang i-share ka, Doktora.
Yes.
So, I had to take hormonal treatments. So, meron time, yung huling treatment ko before the harvesting of the eggs, kasi mag-harvest ng eggs si Doktora. There was a time, yung huling treatment, bumabagyo, nakiusap ako kay Doktora, sabi ko, pwede bang hindi, kasi baha na dito sa amin.
Oo.
That's true, baha na talaga, literally. Baha na, Nolan, sabi niya, saka masasayang yung lahat nung pinagdaanan natin.
Yun ang
You have to go
pinaka-important shot
here.
mo.
Yeah, what's that? Go.
Yung HCG.
Yeah. Yan yung importante before we go to, before harvesting your eggs.
Okay.
And then, sabi ko, Doktora, papaano? So, nag-iisip din si doktora paano
Oo.
paraan. Parang natatandaan ko, meron ba dyan mahihiraman na magsashot or ano. Wala, doktora. You have to go here. Imagine, I walked through the flooded area hanggang dito sa knee.
Oh my
That's
God!
true. That's true. So, naglakad ako because masasayang eh.
Oo nga.
'Di ba? Me and doktora ko, magkausap kami, masasayang lahat ng pinagpagura natin, pati yung mga treatments. Is there a way? Sabi ko, sige doktora, gagawa ako ng paraan. And then, fortunately, naglakad ako sa baha, papunta sa medyo nandun yung sasakyan. So, buti na lang medyo mataas yung sasakyan. And then, bumabagyo, as in sa NLEX, bumabagyo. Oo. Nagpunta kami sa Angeles just to have that, last injection.
So, it's what we call the trigger eh. So,
Yeah.
yun yung naka-timing dun sa oras nung pag-harvest niya.
Yes.
It has to be given at 36 hours exactly from the time na nakaschedule siya
Yes.
Wow.
for the harvest. So, pagka nagkamali yun or hindi naibigay yung last injection niya, wala nang kwenta yung first
Yeah.
10 to 12 days of shots niya.
Ay, so talagang decision, no? Parang you just make that decision and go for it.
Yes, and successful naman.
Yeah.
So, I had to go
Yeah.
through that, and so, nagkaroon ng injection, and then, yun nga, 36 hours later, we went to the procedure na.
Das doon na nag-harvest.
Oo. Pero, yung parang, that's the difficulty and the struggle, pero nakakatawa lang, kasi,
Nakakatawa ngayon.
Oo, nakakatawa ngayon, di ba? Pag pinag-uusapan namin ni Doktora, bagyo. Yeah, Doktora, if I remember it right, it's Mario. That's why my daughter is Maria. Maria, yeah. Bagyo, sabi ko, natatandaan ko yun because, yan, ang namin dalawa, hindi lan, you need to go here, ganyan si Doktora.
Ang galing. Tsaka you can tell the story sa anak ninyo na parang
I
when you
will.
were born, di ba? What I had to go through.
Yeah, I
Ang
will.
galing.
I will
She
share.
still has embryos frozen, so
Yeah.
there will be a chance for another pregnancy.
Yes, we are preparing. Physically, nagpe-prepare ako physically.
Oo.
And I might, sabi ko nga kanina kay Doktora, I might go through the procedure again.
Kasi during her first pregnancy, there was no time to lose weight anymore, but I was telling her to
Yeah.
go on a diet. Ngayon siya nag-diet at
Kaya
nag-exercise
medyo nagda-diet.
for the second baby. Yeah.
Loose dyan. I see. So, grabe. So, Doc, was IVF from the beginning parang what you thought was the solution na talaga?
So, in her case, it was really indicated. Kasi for other patients na hindi naman very low yung sperm count, sometimes they would benefit from medication. Some women will have irregular cycles lang. That's why the main problem is just ovulation, di lang nangingitlog. And those patients will respond from just either oral medication or injectable medications to help them ovulate, and then timing of intercourse. Usually, that's the case.
Okay.
If the patient still does not get pregnant after mga 3 cycles na ganon, we proceed to artificial insemination, a few cycles, pero in her case, hindi na namin tinry.
Yeah.
So, we went straight
Straight.
to IVF kasi nga sobrang baba ng sperm count.
And the
Because
myoma.
with IVF, we have what we call ICSI, or intracytoplasmic sperm injection,
Yeah, yeah.
where you don't need to have a lot of sperm anymore
Ang
because
galing.
you just inject 1 sperm to each egg. So it's just the job of the embryologist in the IVF center to choose the handsomest sperm, the most active sperm in the lot, and then aspirate it with just a very tiny needle and then inject it to the cytoplasm of the egg.
Ang galing
Oo.
yan.
Kaya, actually, ang pinakamagandang success rate ngayon sa IVF is those couples who have a male factor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, even 0 sperm count is possible
Iba.
to
And in
get pregnant by IVF.
And in connection with that, yung zero motility or zero low sperm, di ba, as I've said before, binigyan niya ng mga treatment din niya si husband. And successfully, nakapag-freeze si husband ng
sperm cell.
Healthy sperm cell. And other than that, during that time na we will go through the process already, nag-a-ask pa sila doktora ng fresh. So yung in short, yung frozen hindi nagamit.
Kasi nagkaroon naman ng fresh.
Because yung fresh healthy pa din.
Super
Healthy pa din because maybe because yung mga treatment na in-advise ni doktora and yung mga advice niya na yung mga binigay. So everything fell into its proper place talaga na for us to lahat fresh. And lahat fresh, lahat maganda. So smooth sailing. And then one shot.
Oo, tama.
Diba? One shot. So, after few weeks, I already knew I was pregnant.
Yes.
Sabi namin, yes, this is it. Ganyan. Yun na. So, tuwan-tuwa kami. Talagang with the mighty hands of doktora. Angel si doktora at that time. Kinikwento ko nga. Sabi ko, yeah, it's God's will. But, diba, there's an instrument.
Oo.
There is an instrument.
Yes.
Diba, sabi namin, grabe, doktor, sa one shot. Kasi, katulad ngayon, marami man, pag nag-share ako sa mga, ina-advocate ko nga yung, sa mga difficult, couples with, yung difficulties in, having a baby. And sabi ko sa kanila, why don't you try? Tapos nire-refer ko kay doktora.
Oo.
Actually,
parang sa friend mo, di ba? Parang re-refer ka. And then, parang ganun lang yung yung cycle.
So, yeah, nakatulong talaga yung best friend.
Si
BFF.
BFF through IVF daw.
BFF through IVF. Astig.
Hi, girl.
I think it's a beautiful story because parang bang, despite the circumstances, it all worked out first try pa. And that is because, yun nga, masunurin kayo, and then you have a great doctor pa. Parang everything fell into place.
Yeah.
That's so wonderful. What about the emotional journey? How are you feeling at the beginning, and then hanggang sa pagbubuntis, and then to the end?
In the beginning, syempre, may struggle din, di ba? May struggle, pero andun yung, yung eagerness mo na, kasi it sums up, susunod ka talaga sa doctor mo, di ba? Pero, hindi namin inisip na, kasi nga magbubuntis, parang ayaw mong isipin na, pahirap, or diba? Ayaw mong isipin yung ganun. So, and pag nakikita mo si doktora, parang light lang yung parang nagtatawanan lang kayo. So, it also helps siguro na, parang, ano bang tawag doon, doktora? Physiological ba na pa? Di ba? May psychological na.
Oo, may psychological element.
Yeah, na di ba?
Kasi
magbe-baby yung babae, di ba? Yung doctor mo dapat parang friendly ganyan.
Oo, agree.
Diba?
Agree ako. Para hindi yung nakakatakot.
Yeah, di ba may mga doctor na parang yun lang yung factor na bakit kumukunot na umo na naman? Di ba pag din-ultrasound niya ako, bakit na naman kumukunot na umo, doktora? Ay, hindi. Sabi niya, nasa na ba yung heartbeat? Ano yun? Sabi ko, Ay, hindi. Sabi na. Andyan na. Parang
Kasi
gano'n.
ang hirap makita dahil natatakpan siya lahat ng mga mayomas mo.
Ang galing. Pero Doc, we discussed in this conversation freezing sperm, freezing eggs, and freezing embryo. I did not initially know na parang magkaiba pala yung freezing the embryo and freezing the egg. Akala ko nga you cannot freeze an embryo kasi embryo na siya eh. So, hindi siya nag-age, Doc?
Yeah, so if you freeze it on a day 3 or a day 5, when you thaw it out, it's gonna come out as day 3 or day 5. And then resume na naman yung development nung yung division of the cells.
I see. Wala po siyang expiration date.
So based on scientists research, even if you freeze embryos for hundreds of years, it will still survive as long as there's nothing wrong with the IVF center.
Right. Kasi kung Armageddon, syempre,
yes,
wala na
diba?
yun. Ang galing. So you can actually keep the embryos like Miss Lani has.
So, ilang years na yung embryos mo niyan? 4 years
Magkakaedad
na.
sila ni
Oo,
Frankie.
Yes. So, actually,
basically,
twin
kaedad.
niya ang
Oo.
lalabas.
Galing. And then when you decide na parang I want to try again, nandiyan pa sila. May reserve na kayo. Embryo pa. Diba? Ang galing.
I have 7 MBs pa.
Wow, that's so cool. Advice talk for our viewers who are kind of in the same boat and are trying to get through this struggle.
Ayun. So, siguro the message that I want to extend to our, what do you call them?
Our viewers.
Out there is, yun, importante kasi na seek consultation early. Kasi it always saddens me when I see patients who have been married for 10 years, 5 years, tapos ngayon lang nila nalaman that there's such a thing as an infertility specialist. They have been going around through several doctors already, and then hindi sila agad nare-refer, or they themselves don't know that there's a specialist in IVF as well as infertility. So sometimes by the time I see them, they're already in their late 30s or 40s, early 40s, and then I would tell them na konti na lang yung eggs nila in the ovaries, because the success rate of IVF is very dependent on the number of eggs that we will be able to harvest.
I see.
Yeah, in fact, based on studies, ang range is between 8 to 15. Nakailang kang eggs?
12.
12. So,
Not
pasok siya, di ba?
bad.
For a 37-year-old. So, she found me just in time, di ba? Pero kung ngayon niya
Buti
ako
na lang.
makikita at the age of 40, probably
Baka mas konti.
we won't be as fortunate to get that many eggs. So, yun. So, yung age is really one of the most common factors that affects the fertility of a woman by natural or even by IVF. So, there is such a thing as ovarian reserve. So, yung ovarian reserve ng isang babae, of course, is related to her age. So, so we want to make sure that we're able to get not only a lot of eggs, but also good quality eggs. So that the risk of having a miscarriage is also lower. So when a woman runs out of eggs, there is no treatment for that. So,
I see.
my message, of course, to women who are planning to delay getting married or having their family is to seek consult right away to find out if there is still a good number of eggs. There are actually tests that can be done to find out if she can still delay trying to get pregnant.
Oh, there
blood
are?
tests, yes, blood tests, and even by ultrasound, we'll know if you still have a good number of eggs in your
Kasi
ovaries.
nakikita nyo sa
Oh, yes.
Ang galing.
And also a blood test.
I see.
So, kasi women nowadays put a lot of emphasis on their careers, diba? They put it ahead of having a family. That's why by the time we see them in the clinic, they're already in their late 30s or early 40s, not realizing na they're compromising yung quality and the quantity of the eggs in their ovaries.
That's right. That's very insightful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.